Maria, this isn't about this. This is lawfare. They want to hurt my father, who is winning the presidential race right now. He's beating Biden in every single poll, in every single swing state. He came out and said he wants to put hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money into his campaign. Right. And how do they deprive him of that? They have that judge that you have on the screen right there come up with an astronomical number, give you zero time to post a bond that's not even commercially available in the United States. It's not. No one's ever seen a bond this size. Every single person, when I came to them saying, hey, can I get a $500 million bond? Maria, they were laughing. They were laughing. Yeah. Top executives of the largest surety companies had never seen anything of this size. And what, they're going to start seizing assets if he can't put up something that's not available?
It's got to be the funniest and most ironic thing that you're going to see in a while.
The weak-kneed response from so many Republicans, especially those that have done a really good job of paying influencers to make them seem really MAGA. Hey, I get it. Unfortunately, that's the game, and that's what it is for them. They don't really care about these things. They care about what their donors ultimately tell them, because that's where they get their money that allows them to continue and perpetuate their careers. That's why they hate Trump, because Trump doesn't really need them. It's why they've pulled all the stops to go after Trump for 6 years. I know a little bit about it myself because they did the same to me.
And I'm so tired of hearing people talking about there were no victims. There were no victims. If that is the case for law, then nobody that had attempted to rob a bank but did not should be in prison. When you corrupt and you steal from a system, even if you pay and make people whole, you have ill gains. And that's what this is about.
Sort of a boring cross exam. I thought they were going to go somewhere, but I think they understand that they have nothing as it relates to a case other than, I guess, an overzealous attorney general who would destroy all of New York business by going after transactions where there are no victims. I guess other than herself. But you guys have got to think about the precedent that this case sets. If an attorney general can years later, after all parties of transactions are paid back in full, with interest, making hundreds of millions of dollars, where they have no complaint, where they said they wouldn't have done anything differently, where every witness, as it relates to my brother and I, every witness that the Attorney General has called have said that my brother and I were not involved in the statement of financial condition. That even includes their star witness, the perjurer-in-chief, Michael Cohen, who's perjured himself probably more times than any human being I can think of. Even he said, perhaps the one time he was actually telling the truth in all of this, that my brother and I had nothing to do with it, but it doesn't matter because it's a witch hunt. It always has been.
The illegitimate way in which Donald Trump was running his business, I shouldn't even say was, he probably still is. This idea that him screaming on Fox News or wherever the right is, that his dad is being scuriated because he is so successful. He's the greatest bank customer ever. Well, if he was the greatest bank customer ever, why are no banks giving him loans? Why so many of the banks that used to deal with Trump has found out how he does business and will not do business with him? These people are telling you, don't believe your lying eyes right in front of you. Great example. He's on TV screaming, nobody will give you a $500 million bond. Of course not. Go to multiple people. It's $500 million. So go to four different entities. They're not doing that because they want to play victim. All while your dad is still lying, Mr. Trump saying he has the money. In his Truth Social post on Friday, your dad had the money. Now you're lying, telling people that you're going to spend the money on your campaign. You told that same damn lie in 2015. You said you weren't going to fundraise, Donald Trump. And then you end up taking poor people's money, poor white people's money to win a campaign. And now you're doing the same thing. You're taking poor white people money, all while you're lying about you're going to put your own money into a campaign. And do me a favor, Mr. Trump, all of the Trumps, don't ever try to pretend that you are a champion of workers, everyday frontline people, janitors and contractors, because your organization has stiffed more of them than any other organization still doing business in this country. Don't do that. Let the white people that support you for racist reasons continue to support you for racist reasons. But don't sit out here and act like you are the lifeline for thousands and thousands of Americans when all you do is get over and brag about it until you're caught. And that's what happened. This is not political warfare. This is a crooked ass company that was caught. Is he the only one? Probably not. But he is this one. And he damn sure needs his head cut off. Not literally, figuratively. The Trump Tower, the Trump industry needs to be stopped because they are corrupt and they are grifting America, and they're doing it at the expense of all rural racist white people. That's a harsh reality, but it is our reality. If you look at the studies, Trump supporters are less likely to support our democratic industries. That's democratic lower D. They're more likely to say violence is an option. Violence is an option if you don't get your political way. They're less likely to support the Constitution over dictatorship for Donald Trump. They own more flags for sure, but they're the least patriotic. It's time out for us being soft on people that believe the lies that Eric Trump, Donald Trump, and the little thing called Donald Trump Jr. are pushing, along with the rest of those maggots, not MAGA, maggots, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and so many more. We need to get serious about this. This is not an attempt to crash Donald Trump business. He has no good business practices. He's been a fraud for a long time, and we've already known that. We've been hip to that game. Been hip. So when you hear the idea that there's no commercial available option for this, that's not our problem. You don't get to do a crime. You don't get found guilty for something and then tell the people, well, why should I be expected to be to make people whole? In this case, the people of New York. It's not our problem. This is not news. This is not our problem. And I bet you Donald Trump will not put a dime into his campaign. Not a dime. As a matter of fact, when he was asked, now that the bond had been lowered from 464 million to 100 and something million, are you going to put money into your account? And his response to the reporter was, I don't know, maybe. It's none of your business. How is it none of our business when you told the world that you was going to use this money for your campaign? The grift, the goalpost movement has already begun. Don't y'all be fooled by Donald Trump, MAGA, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Lil Barron Trump, or any of the damn Trumps. They should have left their name and just dump, because they're dumpster fires. I'm Mondale Robinson. Put fire hose to dump the fires.